All right. Well, thank you, Steve, for giving us these lessons, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to share with you something that's kind of unique. When I was a kid in school, I heard about Uri Geller on the radio. He had just been tested at Stanford Research Institute with the ability to bend metal, and I thought, I knew if the human mind could think of something, there must be some reality behind it. So I wrote in my diary, if I live to be 100, I want to meet this guy before I die. And within 6 months, we became friends. 40 years later, we're still good friends. And interestingly enough, last month I was in Israel, and he's found out that I'm a spoon bender. And he said, can you bend this spoon? And I said, yeah. He said, can you bend it right now? And I said, yeah. So basically, what we do is we just focus energy. And it's really in 3 steps. The first step is to choose a spoon, ask it, or tell it, bend for me. And I always recommend start small, so that's why I buy these at Sam's Club. They're inexpensive and they're thin, you can do it. And I massage them like this, and I always start at the thinnest point in the spoon with the idea in mind and actually I want you to go ahead, and I'm going to give you a big spoon to do this with. Okay. I want you just to massage it like this and keep just putting energy into it, thinking bend, melt, and just keep putting energy into it. It's hard to describe how this worked, but the first time this worked for me, I sat there for about 40 minutes trying to make it bend, and it didn't happen. As we know, trying, the subconscious mind ignores that. It was when I stopped trying, I just turned the television set on, and after a few minutes I could feel that it started getting a little bit of a waxy feeling, like this is getting right now. Now this is a little bit advanced, but I want to show you what happens after you've practiced and done this a few times. Bend, there it goes, it's starting to move. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if the camera's picking this up or not.
I might want to come in closer.
Bend, and there it goes, it's starting to go. And you can see it's just starting to, yeah, actually that got a really nice bend to it. And if I continue rubbing it like this, it'll continue to bend.
Wow.
Now, and I always use this. Remember the movie The Matrix? And in The Matrix, he says there is no spoon, it's all in your mind.
Yeah.
This is actually a spoon. There it goes. Yeah, that's actually a really badly bent spoon.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, it's your turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab another spoon. And just as you've been doing that, you've been thinking, bend.
Yep.
Now, how I do this with groups of people is, and you can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed, I tell you, take a spoon, hold it in your hands, kind of feel the threshold of where it's going to be when it bends,
Okay.
and then just allow energy. Imagine that there's an orb of energy above your head, and it's the energy of the universe.
Okay.
And as it starts dripping down into your body, it starts filling your body from your feet, moving up as if your body was an empty vessel. Let that energy come all the way up. And as it flows down your arms, just kind of picture, visualize, or imagine that the atoms in this are bending, or moving, expanding, getting loose. And in a moment, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. And when I get to 3, go ahead and hold it on both sides. When I get to 3, just bend the spoon.
Okay.
And just allow it to build. 1, 2, 3. Bend.
Yes! Check it out!
Look at that.
Steve is using magic.
Steve G. Jones.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you, James. You're welcome.
Nobody can clap because we're all videotaping. Oh, yeah, awesome.
And these are really terrific souvenirs that I get to hand out for about 18 cents a piece.
Working out.
Nice.
Working out paid off.
Onto it. Thanks, man.
Thank you.